Are you not sure if you made the right decision? And do you feel like even if you did make a decision that you regret it afterwards? So stay tuned with me to the end of this video because you're going to find out how to make clear and concise decisions every time with no regrets. Hi, my name is Callie and I love helping people find clarity and direction in life. I'm from Sydney, and if you like what you're hearing and you like what you see, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button and be notified of my new video every Wednesday. And I talk about mindset, lifestyle and spirituality. And if you like all of this, don't forget to subscribe. You know, I learned this from experience. I used to be such a logical person. You know, everything is about systems and structures and processes and procedures. I used to love procedures and systems, and I still do. And the thing is, I lack something in making decisions, and that was intuition. And there was a period where I was debating between which one should I use to make better and concise decisions, because sometimes using my logical mind to make decisions didn't quite work out. And you know that, right? Like, you felt like everything was good, it looked good, and everything appeared good, but in the end, it didn't really work out. And why is that, right? I'm going to tell you and give these top points that I discovered which one is better in decision making so you can make the best decisions. So let's get right into it. And tip number one is sensing the vibe. Right? There could be something about the situation, something about this person, something about the event, just something, right, that doesn't feel right. And that's something that you need to listen to and really follow what's really happening and reassess. I know sometimes, the checklist looks good, the numbers look good, the rules look good, the system and structures look good, everything seems perfect. Just this vibe, this energy, this sensation that you're feeling. And that's something that you need to actually stop and actually listen and actually, why am I feeling this and where is it coming from? And the thing about this is, it's like when you're, say, for example, you're walking in an alleyway and it may be dark and you're by yourself, and sometimes you can sense someone following you, or you can sense maybe someone's looking at you, and you just feel uncomfortable sometimes, right? And that's a sensation that you feel in your gut, something's not right. So you either walk faster or walk with a friend or, do something to get out of that situation. And that's very similar to how you're feeling in a room. You have somehow had this experience before. It's a sensation. It's just giving you this energy or this vibe. And that's why we have it, right? So you can actually determine what's really going on, right? So when you sense this vibe, recognize it and just really step back and pause and have a think about it. And this leads me to the next tip. Tip number two. Tip number two is stopping and assessing the situation. There's a reason why you feel the way you feel, and there's a certain reason why you're sensing that vibe. Something isn't right. Right? But the reason is that you need to actually stop and really reflect, why do I feel the way I feel? And why do I have these sensations? And the moment you start reflecting on them, it's actually taking you to a better position or taking you to a different direction than what is in front of you. Because sometimes you can't see it. Sometimes there is no plans, no rules. There's no logical way why you sense something is right or something is wrong. But being able to stop and think, okay, where is it coming from? Why do I feel the way I feel? And is it trying to tell me something? Yeah. And most of the time when you're able to hear it and sense your intuition, the deeper you feel it and sense it, it's actually guiding you to the right direction. And I'm talking about maybe, occasions further down the track, may not be tomorrow or the next hour or leading you to a new path anytime soon. It could be further down the track. And what you need to recognize is start to listen to that, because it's slowly leading you to the right direction. May not be this person, may not be this project, may not be, this situation that's working for you. So you're being able to rectify that and being able to sit with it and ask yourself, okay, what's really going on? And then make decision with intuition and logic together. And tip number three. Tip number three is actually talking to yourself. You're like, what? Talk to yourself? Yes, because talking to yourself is actually necessary, right? If you want to connect with yourself, you want to know more why you feel and sense the way you do, then talking to yourself I'm not talking about talking out loud to yourself, thinking, asking the right questions and connecting with yourself. Why do you feel the way you do? And what's it actually telling me, right? And sometimes people ask questions and they actually ask the wrong questions, right? And asking the right question is so crucial for you to be able to, get the right decisions. And why do you even want to make, decisions on the project that you're working on or with this person? So asking yourself questions. So the type of questions you should be asking is, why am I in this situation? And what good is this situation doing for me? And what else can I do? And why do I feel the way I feel, right? And asking the right questions really gets to the deeper part and really allows you to, see the project or that person or the sensations that you're feeling, a bigger picture of what's really going on. Because sometimes logic can only do so much, right? You can make sure everything, all matches up, everything's all working, but for your own sake, that you had experiences before, that it doesn't always work out like that, because there's something that you feel that doesn't sit well with you, or your gut feeling doesn't match, or something is not right. And being able to reflect, where is that coming from, and asking the right questions to get to that core, to really get your answers, because maybe you're not really uncomfortable about that, or maybe you feel something about this person, and really asking yourself and connecting to yourself about that. So comment below if you're not too sure what intuition is and you get mixed up with actually logical decisions and intuitive decisions, right? And tip number 4 is it taking you to the right direction. Right? And that's something you have to work with your logical mind and also your intuitive mind to work together to actually find the right path. You can push and shove one direction. I remember myself doing this, that, I keep thinking, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing this. This is how I want to be. This is how I see myself. But a matter of fact, I was pushing myself so logically this way that I was actually oblivious to the, actually, this is not where I want to go. I actually want to go this way. And it was only when I was able to quiet my mind and silent my mind that I was able to quiet down and realize, I was going the wrong direction. And you may be doing the same thing, going the wrong direction. You wonder why things are not working out the way they are. You wonder why it's like you're hitting your head on the wall. You wonder why, things are not working out how you plan your end goal to work out. And that's something you've got to step back and think, is it taking me to the right direction? And being able to tune in to your intuition and sensing, okay, am I doing this the right way? My goal is here. Why am I not making it? And intuitively, if you're silent enough and listen to it enough and trust it enough, eventually you'll realize you're going the wrong way, right? When you realize you're going the wrong way, that's when you can actually make plans to actually, veer off this roadmap and go with different directions, because you still can make it, right? But only when you're aware that you're going the wrong direction, right? It's like you're driving on a roadmap and you're following the map. You don't know you're going the wrong way until you realize you're going the wrong way. And it's the same situation, right? You keep going onto the wrong direction. So sensing your intuition, that actually helps you, direct you, because the intuition is actually you, your internal voice, your internal, sensations, your internal thoughts, and that's the one that connects to you really deeply and actually guides you to the right direction, your passion, your purpose, giving you clarity, your direction in life. And being able to tune to intuition, that actually takes you straight there. And the more you hear it, the louder you hear it, the better and the faster you get to your destination or your goal, right? The purpose, why you're actually living on earth. Next tip is about sensing your feelings. And a lot of people who are making bigger decisions always seem to disregard their feelings, right? And, I remember myself doing that. I remember disregarding how I felt because I thought that feelings were weak, right? Love was weak, and being sad was weak, and feeling guilty or you're not confident was weak. However, no, there's sensations that you actually have to feel to recognize, why do I feel the way I feel? And when you empower yourself and feel with what is happening and the emotions that are coming up, you realize you can rectify them and actually empower yourself to actually make better decisions. So, for example, love, right? I used to think making decisions with love was weak. what was happening was when I realized and rectified it and reflected on that, love actually doesn't make a decision weak. It actually makes it stronger. So you can make decisions logically, but with love. So you make loving decisions, right, for yourself and for the other person. Yeah. So this project isn't about just, getting the money through. It's not just about, having my ego built up so I look great. It's not about, putting this person down. It's actually about, involving me and involving the other person and making sure everyone's happy, right? And making decisions on the spot with all the resources that you have at this time to make loving decisions and decisions that, take me to the direction that I want to go, not just decisions that are ego driven, right? And for that, making sure that I understood how I felt, and for you as well, making sure you understand how you feel in every situation or every decision that you're making, not just saying yes and not just, going with it because someone else told you to. Really reflect, how do you feel about this, and tune in with yourself intuitively and make that right decision. Because when you do make that right decision for yourself and, with love, with emotions, with logic and structures and system, it comes up and makes this decision, the most amazing decision that you could make on the spot, right? Because you incorporate everything about you, everything about the person, everything about the project. You incorporate everything, and you weren't neglected out of the project or your feelings or sensations. So this is why it's so important to actually step back and feel how you feel about a situation or a person or an event, because when you don't include your own feelings in it, you're not going to be happy on the journey that you're going to be on. So when you make decisions, it's so important to use your intuitive mind and also the logical mind together to make the best decision that you can to have the best outcome. And you can do this instantly when you're able to clear your mind, be able to calm your mind, stop the chattering. The more you do that, the more clearer you can actually hear yourself talk and be tuned in into your intuition and make better decisions on the spot. Right? So now you know all the steps that you need to do to make intuitive decisions and logical decisions at the same time, instantly, right? So however, if you feel like there are still something stopping you from moving forward, making the best decisions, or getting the outcome that you want, in my description below, I have a guided coaching session that I use with all my clients that have amazing results, all there for you for free in the description below. So stay tuned with me, because next week I'm going to be talking about how to increase your intuitive abilities, right? Now, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and also be sure to share this with your friends. And for now, have a lovely day, and I'll catch you guys next time.